Hi, this is Daniel J. Lewis from the audacitytopodcast.com. I was talking with my friend Ivo Terra about the different ways that you could connect multiple microphones to a phone, and I happen to have something with me that we can test for this. This is my first time actually trying this out. It's the CEntrance MixerFace R4, and what a name that is, MixerFace. But this, I learned about this from Podcast Movement 2019. The CEntrance booth had both the MicPort Pro 2 and the CEntrance R4R. I'm going to test both of these. My setup here is I have the MixerFace R4R, even though it says it's just the R4, the box says it's the R4R. So that's what it is. I have an Electro Voice handheld dynamic microphone I'll be using for testing. I've got a little portable battery. I've got the USB cable to connect to my phone. This is just a standard micro USB to regular USB, and then a USB connection kit for my phone. iPhone 6s Plus, and the MixerFace with the cable that came with it, and I'll use this cable for battery. So on the bottom of the MixerFace, I'm not sure if this is the bottom. I'll call this the bottom. Multiple outputs, inputs, or these are outputs down here. Inputs are on the top. So down here, one of these USB ports is for battery power. I will plug that in. And then the other is for the audio connection. And instead of trying something fancy like Ferrite or anything like that, I'm just going to record into GarageBand on my phone. So I'll connect the power to the MixerFace. The battery is charged. And open GarageBand on my phone. This is the first time I've been running GarageBand, so I just want a recording. Audio recorder voice. There we go. I'll connect the USB. Okay. Now it looks like it's still using just the built-in microphone, but that's probably because I haven't turned this on. Okay, now this is on. I pressed the little power button and those three lights came on. Now, maybe GarageBand on my phone isn't the best test for this, because I'm not sure. I've never actually used GarageBand on my phone. So, let's try. I just want audio in. That's all I want. Maybe it'd help if I connect the microphone. Maybe that makes a difference. Okay, I'm turning up the gain on channel 1. If I turn it all the way up, no, that's not picking up from the microphone. The MixerFace is detecting the microphone though. As you can see when I turn it up, it's the peak light, the little red light coming on is the peak light. It looks like channel 1. Yeah, the iPhone is still picking up the audio from its own microphone. Let's try a different iPhone app. I don't like GarageBand. Let me see what else I have. An old road rec app. I don't know if it still works in iOS though. So far, the problem I'm running into is my iPhone just isn't detecting a microphone, it seems. I will try one of my other recording apps. I've already got Ferrite on here, so might as well try that. Okay, iPhone microphone. That's what it's detecting. So, it looks like this isn't quite doing what I expected it to. Now, there could be other issues. In my particular case, ready to record, mono. Yeah, that is not detecting. So there could be multiple things going on here. I'm going to try a different USB cable. Here's where I'll actually try as well, just to make sure things are doing stuff properly. I'm going to switch the MixerFace's USB cable from the battery to the iPhone, just in case it's the cable is the problem. And I will use a different cable for the battery. Apparently the MixerFace has its own battery. Just look at that, it still has power. I forgot that. Oh yeah, it does. On the back it says that it can charge. So I don't need a battery for that. I'll connect this again. Okay, that was the problem. The cable was the problem. So now my iPhone is picking up MixerFace R4, as you can see there, and I'll scratch the microphone. You can see it's picking up only the left side because that is where I have the microphone plugged in. If I then turn down that gain, switch the ports, and then turn up the gain again. Now, there's the audio on the right side of the recording. So it is, yeah, split track audio with multiple microphones. Some of these options, like the channel 1, channel 2 USB, I don't really know what that's doing because I haven't read the manual. The quick start guide doesn't say anything. There's a little sticker on this back. It doesn't say anything about which way to turn that. But the charging cable can stay plugged in. This can connect to then my computer, to my phone. This is battery powered. It has a battery in it already, and it can be charged. It says that the 3 lights on the bottom indicate its charge level, so it is fully charged. I don't know how long of a charge it will have. It also has the ability to plug in headphones to this for live monitoring. It has balanced inputs and outputs there. On the bottom, it has some inputs and outputs too, it looks like, including headphones. stereo monitor. Okay, so this is the other thing I'll try. I'll grab a pair of headphones. Okay, I have some headphones now. What I'm going to check is the switch setting on the bottom of this. I'm just going to unplug it from the iPhone for now. Since now we see it does come in as stereo on the iPhone, so I'll plug in headphones to the bottom and turn up my monitor level. Just checking to see if I can hear myself. I can. So from the bottom of this, it has these little switches that... Now this is both a nice design as well as a frustrating design, that these switches on the bottom don't allow me to change them without a tool. What's nice about that is that you can easily put this in a bag and not worry about your settings getting changed. These knobs are pretty sturdy as they are. They don't freely spin. So you would still want to double check your knobs before using this. But you could easily throw this in a bag and not worry about some of these more important switches being changed. So I want to see if in the box, did they give me... Oh yeah, there's this little tool. That's what it's for. So this little thing that they send with it, similar to what you might see with a SIM card, allows me to switch. All right, so now when I switched, there's this option for monitor on the bottom. And when I switched that, it now has the microphone, which is only an input 2. The microphone is now in the center. It's in mono. That's where I switched it. But if I switch it back to stereo, and this is only affecting the mono setting, then I hear the right microphone in the right ear, and I would hear the left microphone in the left ear. It has high frequency settings on it to change. This is the R4R, and what the R stands for, I believe, is record, because this one has a micro SD card slot on it for recording directly inside of this. So this is an interface and a recorder in one little device. And it's pretty small, as you can see. It's not much bigger than my iPhone 6s Plus. It's a little thick, but that's not bad. It's smaller than something like a Zoom H6. It is very durable, a hard metal casing to it. So I wouldn't worry so much about its durability, and it's designed to be portable, and that's what you're paying for with the higher price of this compared to some of the other devices out there. It's battery powered. I'm not sure if they're all battery powered, but I can look at... That's not right. I can look at the website to see. The website is CEntrance.com. And that's like the word entrance with an A in it. I mean, with a C at the beginning. The MixerFace personal recording studio comes in different options. Studio, Plus, Pro. So not all of them have hybrid power. Only the Plus does. I'm a little confused by their naming. The R4R, yes, has the SD recorder, micro SD. I don't know what hybrid power is. Hybrid power is probably a battery and being able to charge it externally or power it externally. So their studio line is currently on sale for $199.99. The Plus line, which would have the battery in it, is $349.99. Wow. The only difference is that hybrid power. So you're paying $150 for a battery? The Pro is $479.99. That's the R4R that I have that has the recording built in with the micro SD card reader. And then they even have a premium option for $549 that includes an XY stereo mic pair, which most people probably wouldn't need. So for $200, you can get this, plug it into power, and use it as an interface. For almost $500, you get this with battery power and the recording built in. And then for a price in between those, you can skip the built-in recording. It's durable. That's, I think, what you're paying for. The quality of the preamps, I don't really know. Right now is not a good time to really fully test that. But at least we know that it works. It works on an iPhone. It gives you a split signal. If you have only two microphones, it's very portable. So if you want something durable and portable and small like this, very handy, very small, very versatile, I think, then MixerFace R4 would do that for you. They also have a MicPort Pro, and this is even smaller. It has similar options, available in similar options, but the main difference with the MicPort Pro is that it is for one microphone. It looks like it has the same features. Yeah, it's battery powered. I mean, it's everything that the MixerFace is, but it's only for one microphone. But a very handy, very durable little recorder. I like this. And in fact, since that, this probably wouldn't work. No, that wouldn't work. I was wondering if maybe I could just plug the microphone in straight into this, but that won't work because of the shape of the microphone. So, interesting stuff. I think this could work for people who want something portable, something durable. That's the MicPort Pro 2. Version 2 is this one. And then the MixerFace R4. Hope this has been helpful. And someone other than Evo is watching. Yeah, so the price, I think, is a bit high on both of these. Let me see what the MicPort Pro is. And I'm just looking at the official website for these. So like B&H and Amazon might be priced differently. The MicPort Pro is the basic version is $249, and the more expensive one is the $299. The main difference between those is the MicPort Pro, the more advanced one, has the switch on it to turn on a limiter. It has a limiter built into it, as well as it says dual clipping protection. So I don't know why. That's basically just a limiter, I think. Hades said, yeah, some do have an XLR port you can plug directly into the microphone, but not that one. Yeah. Yeah, and besides, I have a wireless system that plugs directly into my microphone if I wanted to use my microphone for wireless for recording remotely, or just plug in, like a Tascam can plug into the bottom of these. Although the Tascam's preamp, it's the DR10X, I think, or DRX10. I think it's DR10X. Can just plug into the bottom of this and record straight into it. Also, Zoom, I believe, makes something very similar. I would probably prefer the Zoom over the Tascam, because Zoom, I think their preamps tend to be a little bit better than Tascam's preamps, especially their newer lines. But the MicPort Pro is pretty good. I don't have the tools to actually test the preamp to know how good it is, but most likely, if you're in a situation where you need something portable and you're recording remotely, most likely I would guess that you would be in a situation where background noise would be more than any kind of preamp noise that you might run into. But nonetheless, this is a great option. So it says for best results, blah, 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 USB audio port charging and disk port. You create a text file to put on the micro SD card in order to set the clock in this thing. That's funny. That feels like faxing the date. Yeah, so that is, and there's another card that comes here. This is what I was looking for. Line level input, auxiliary 3 and 4. That is, where are auxiliary 3 and 4? I guess that's these on the bottom. A, line level input, auxiliary. Yeah, okay, so that's stereo, line level input, auxiliary. Line out is that plug. Headphone output, yes. Battery level indicator, 40 volt for both channels. Line output level switch. Recording options. On the top it has 3.5 millimeter inputs those are outputs. 2 powered speakers. So it has 2 balanced outputs. Interesting. If they're balanced, then they're probably mono. It's probably that it honors whatever the switch is down here for mono as well. So this, if it's set to mono, if it's set to stereo, then output 1 probably includes only microphone 1. Instead of just saying probably, I'm going to test this. So I'll plug my microphone back in. And turn the device back on. The cool thing is, if this can work as sending all the signals, then you could potentially have a signal split between 3 sources. Okay. Turn up my mic. Okay, so in stereo mode, I hear this one microphone I have plugged in. I hear it in both ears. If I unplug it and plug it into input 2, I hear nothing. So if I then change this to mono mode, I still hear nothing. Okay. Is that just because of low volume? Oh, okay. I think I got that wrong. So I hear the audio in both ears. If I switch it to stereo. Yeah, okay. That's how it's working. Is the output gives the output of only that channel unless you set this to mono. And then it includes both outputs, because now I can switch the microphone. So the headphones are plugged into output 1, microphone is plugged into input 2. I hear the microphone right now. And I can unplug it, plug it back in. I hear it now through here too. And that's in mono mode. Switch to stereo mode, and it doesn't change. I still hear input 1 because I'm plugged into output 1. But if I move my microphone to input 2, I no longer hear the microphone. That's fine. It's just something to keep in mind. So what's cool about that is that you put this in mono mode. You have a headphone splitter with this too. So you could plug in 2 microphones, plug in 2 headphones here. So you and your guest or co-host or whoever you're talking to can both hear yourselves through headphones if you wanted. And you even have an additional monitor output for maybe a third person, maybe a recorder, maybe a device. Although you have this USB audio option so that you can connect it to your computer, your phone, to be able to get different audio. And when you connect it via USB, as you can see on the phone, it's only connecting as split track with the inputs separate. So maybe not ideal for live streaming, because then that would sound a little weird with live streaming. It doesn't seem like that's something you could change because the stereo and mono switch is only for the monitor. All right, that's it. So that's the MixerFace R4 and the MicPort Pro. Congratulations, you saw a video that's not going to stay on my YouTube channel. Just because this isn't the level of production I usually like to put out. That's it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Evo.